Tonight, we are in for our coldest night yet of this Arctic blast. The freezing temps that brought widespread snow across the Houston area today will turn to a hard freeze overnight.
Yeah, that means any remaining snow, slush, or water on the roads right now will become ice by morning, making for treacherous driving. We have team coverage with everything you need to know tomorrow, starting with the Chief Meteorologist David Paul. David, what a day we've had.
And weather impact alert in effect for tonight as well, not because of more snow falling, but because of what's already on the ground. It melted a little bit. Now it's refreezing as temps are dropping below freezing, and we're going to have a hard freeze by morning. So be extremely cautious on the sidewalks. Those are also getting slippery. Anywhere there's water, it's becoming ice. Morning lows in the teens, bundle up in the morning, and then limit travel at least until the middle of the day tomorrow when stuff will really begin to melt. Now, this is the Gulf Freeway, and you can see cars are creeping over the overpasses because there is ice on those areas, and that's quite a lot of sleet on that overpass. That's why it's dangerous to travel tonight and through at least the first part of tomorrow. Current temps, Hobby's down to 29, Pearland's at 23, Sugar Land at 24. It's going to be cold down into the mid and lower teens by tomorrow morning, so again, bundle up. I'll show you when we're finally going to see the roads improve, and the weekend forecast has a rain chance in it. More on that coming up.
Thank you, David. Now, just because some of you managed to navigate the slushy mess on the roads today doesn't mean it's going to be easy in the morning.
In fact, it will be downright dangerous. The city of Houston says they have responded to multiple major accidents just since 6 p.m. tonight. Matt Doherty joins us live with a warning this evening roadside. Matt?
Yeah, it is very cold where we stand this hour, but I want to take a look at what the temperature is on the streets at the ground level. So we've got our temperature gun here, and it's showing us, wow, 10 degrees Fahrenheit is what it's reading at right now. But this isn't even the worst part. It gets colder and more dangerous on those higher elevations of the freeway like that one. Tonight, reinforcements from San Angelo have arrived. This convoy of TxDOT vehicles will be scraping roadways throughout the night, clearing as much snow and ice as they can.
Our concern is if that slush material solidifies, becomes icy, then that's going to become a serious situation for folks tomorrow morning.
TxDOT spokesman Danny Perez says Houston area drivers have, for the most part, complied with requests that they stay off the roads during this winter storm. But he says the danger remains.
It's still not a safe situation out here tonight, and it may not be a safe situation until we get later into the day tomorrow.
This is video from 610 near the Galleria tonight where temperatures were still above freezing. Those we saw on the freeway appeared to be driving cautiously, below the speed limit, with hazard lights flashing. The warning signs are scattered along the highway, reminding drivers what happens when cars lose control on the ice. Roadways with higher elevations are the most dangerous tonight, like this one, where you can see the thick layer of snow and ice that's settled onto the freeway. Local officials are still asking that everyone stay off the roadways until at least tomorrow afternoon, although that may not be possible for everyone. Many are having to return to work, and there are emergencies where people may have to leave their homes. These are risks that shouldn't be taken lightly. Even though a road may look perfectly safe tonight, it's not. Now, if you do have to be on the road and you hit a patch of ice, here's what you have to do. You have to first stay calm, keep your steering wheel straight, don't turn it, take your foot off the accelerator very slowly, and do not hit the brakes. Back to you.
That's right, Matt. Whatever you do, don't panic, don't overcorrect. Thanks so much.
All right, let's join Maria Aguilera with a report on folks who found out the hard way how dangerous the roads can be. Maria?
Yeah, Ellen and Mia, well, I spoke with a driver and his friend who were involved in a crash, both expected to be okay. But again, it is really important as the snow began to melt today, traffic was slower, but cars are still out. And it's especially important to keep in mind that overpasses like this one and bridges will remain icy. And then as temperatures drop, will freeze overnight, making road conditions even more dangerous. Snow-covered roads across the Houston area did not stop drivers from traveling.
Total 48 accidents, 24 were minors, the other were required some sort of transport medical attention, but nothing catastrophic.
HPD Chief Noe Diaz sending out a warning.
It's not over, so please be safe, drive smart, have a plan.
In Northeast Harris County,
car is totaled, I gotta file a whole claim.
Darnell Mickens got stuck on an overpass because of the snow.
My homeboy got behind my car trying to push it, help me get out the get off the snow. Red car just comes flying behind me, tries to press on his brakes, but ends up hitting the back of my car and my homeboy.
His friend taken to an area hospital with a broken leg. Thankful it wasn't much worse. And that's why officials are urging folks to heed the warnings.
We are still protecting the neighborhood, responding to minor accidents.
Precinct 4 constables are adding 80 officers to patrol tonight, ready to respond to 911 calls. If you do get stuck in freezing temperatures, having essentials in your car can help.
Have a blanket in your car, have some sort of nourishment, your cell phone charged.
The last thing you need is to be stranded in the dangerous cold for hours.
If you can stay off the road, please do so, because you help us, you help our first responders.
For the most part, the crashes were minor today. Officials urging everyone to come together and let's just get through this weather event to avoid any catastrophe. Live in Northeast Harris County, Maria Aguilera, KHOU 11 News.
And it's not just the roads we're concerned about. Tonight's weather has the potential to burst pipes in your home, spark fires if you're not careful, and it's extremely dangerous for folks who live on the streets. Amanda Henderson joins us live now. How are city and county officials trying to keep everyone safe, Amanda?
Well, they're really warning about the dangers that this melting snow turning to ice, like what we're seeing here in just some of the puddles, ice already forming in this one, and the dangers of what that can do to your pipes. And they know you're going to want to use heaters as well. And officials are warning, just be mindful.
A brutal winter snap continues to hold Houston in its grip. The historic snowfall still blankets the Houston metro area, but all eyes now turn to the bitter cold and its impacts. Some already felt by drivers needing to jump their cars.
The next 24 hours are our most dangerous.
In a plea to Houstonians, Houston Public Works Director Randy Mackay says to zero in on covering your pipes.
As the temperatures rise, you will discover that in some instances there are some breaks. We'll see some breaks in city pipes. You're certainly going to see some breaks in your pipes in your homes.
Is there any reason to believe that there are some waterways that should be shut down right now?
Do we need to proactively or preemptively shut anything off? The answer to that is no. The pressure systems that we see across the water utility right now are very good.
City leaders also note several of you will be using heaters, fireplaces, or even generators to warm your homes. Houston's Fire Chief Thomas Munoz sending a warning about possible misuse leading to carbon monoxide poisoning.
We did have an incident today that involved 2 children. Fortunately, our fire department did an amazing job in taking them to a local hospital for precautionary measures, and the prognosis is good.
Mayor Whitmire says to consider this the third and fourth quarter of the winter event, noting things are starting to reopen tomorrow, including both airports.
We can't become complacent. Do not let the clear skies fool you.
And this is why he's saying that because of the ice we're seeing even in a parking lot. And tonight, the mayor also notes that first responders have been critical in helping to get homeless people to warming centers, noting that he really wants to address the issues that homeless people are encountering as soon as the storm passes. In Houston, I'm Amanda Henderson, KHOU 11 News.
Of course, keeping the power on a top priority during these extreme weather events. And so far, the Texas power grid is holding up. Jeremy Rowski keeping an eye on the grid. How's it looking for this hard freeze, Jeremy?
Well, Len, at this hour, grid operator ERCOT reports plenty of reserves. It's in the green. But for any day in January, ERCOT says the hour of biggest risk is around 8 a.m. Why is that? Well, people are just waking up, using more electricity, and it's right before solar power really kicks into gear. Now, fortunately, 2 things are working in ERCOT's favor for tomorrow morning. The first is wind. This is that blue dotted line right there. If we go to 8 in the morning, it's projected to be a major contributor, producing an estimated 20,000 megawatts of power. Secondly, there's a new player on the grid that wasn't around during the deep freeze of 2021, and that is battery storage. This morning, if we take a look at 8 o'clock, battery storage turned out 4,000 megawatts of power. That's enough to power about 1 million homes. If needed, ERCOT could tap into battery storage again tomorrow morning. Len?
That is looking good. Thank you, Jeremy.